Welcome back to Projectadya, the podcast that goes to the strangest corners of the human mind so you don't have to go there alone. I'm Nova, and today we are talking about something that a surprising number of people have experienced and, well, almost nobody talks about in the daylight. 3 a.m. You open your eyes, the room is dark, and then you realize you cannot move. Not a finger, not a toe. You want to scream, but nothing comes out. There is something heavy on your chest, and the shadows in the corner of the room look very, very wrong. If that sent a small chill down your spine, welcome to sleep paralysis. And to help us understand what that terrifying experience is actually revealing about the human mind, I have brought back one of my favorite guests, Leah, a dream researcher, subconscious mind expert, and the only person I know who can describe a demonic hallucination and make it sound fascinating. Leah, welcome back to the show.
Nova, I am so glad to be back. And I have to say, starting an episode with 3 a.m., you can't move, and the shadows are wrong is a really bold cold open.
Well, I figured if we're going to talk about sleep paralysis, we should at least set the mood.
You absolutely set the mood. My nervous system is already on mild alert, and we haven't even started yet.
All right, let's ground this for the people who may have experienced sleep paralysis and quietly convinced themselves something supernatural was happening to them. What is actually going on biologically?
So, here is the clinical explanation. When you enter REM sleep, the deep stage where most of your vivid dreaming happens, your brain does something genuinely clever. It sends a signal that temporarily paralyzes your voluntary muscles. This is called REM Atonia. And the reason it exists is protective, right? It stops you from physically acting out your dreams. No sleepwalking, no throwing punches, no running down the hallway.
And the weight on the chest? The shadow figures?
That is your brain, still half in the dream state, filling the visual and sensory gaps with fear-based imagery. Historically, across cultures, across centuries, people describe this as demons, night hags, spirits sitting on their chest. Different words, same experience, which tells us something profound, actually. This is a deeply human phenomenon, not a personal malfunction.
So, science calls it a disorder, a glitch in the circadian rhythm. But I know you don't stop there.
I never stop there. Here is the thought experiment I want people to sit with. Imagine your laptop freezes. The screen is on, you can see everything on the desktop perfectly, but the cursor won't move, the keyboard won't respond. You are there, mashing buttons, increasingly frustrated, but nothing is happening. Now, are you frozen?
No, the computer is frozen. I'm fine. I'm just annoyed.
Exactly. And that distinction between you and the hardware is everything. Sleep paralysis is that same moment lived in your own body. Your consciousness has woken up. The monitor is on, but the motor control drivers haven't loaded yet. And while that is terrifying in the moment, it is also philosophically extraordinary. Because if you were simply identical to your body, this couldn't happen. A frozen computer does not notice that it's frozen, but you do.
You can observe the paralysis from the inside.
Which means you are the observer, not the paralyzed object, not the hardware. You are the operator sitting behind the screen, completely intact, watching the system catch up. Philosophers have argued this distinction for millennia, that there is a you that is separate from the physical body it inhabits. Sleep paralysis doesn't just argue for it, it demonstrates it, experientially. At 3 a.m., whether you wanted the lesson or not.
That is a lot to process at 3 a.m.
Well, the subconscious has never been known for its scheduling.
Okay, so let's say someone is in this state. They understand the mechanics, they're not panicking. What then? Because I've read that sleep paralysis can actually become a doorway to something else entirely.
Oh, this is where it gets genuinely exciting. If you can stay calm, if you can resist the instinct to fight the frozen hardware and instead just observe, you are standing on one of the rarest thresholds in human consciousness because your body is deeply, completely asleep, but your mind is fully, fiercely awake. That combination is almost impossible to achieve intentionally. And in that state, if instead of trying to force your physical arm to move, you simply intend for a mental arm to move, you can step directly out of the frozen body and into the dream state, fully conscious, fully in control, what practitioners call a lucid dream.
So the most terrifying sleep experience most people have ever had is actually a back door into one of the most sought-after states in dream exploration?
Exactly. The paralysis becomes a launch pad. The hostage situation becomes an architect's studio. The entire horror of the experience flips. But only if you stop fighting the frozen screen and start working with the software beneath it.
And most people don't know that because they're too busy, trying not to have a full breakdown.
Which is completely understandable. Nobody hands you a manual for this at birth. The shadow figure shows up and the rational mind exits the chat immediately.
The rational mind exits the chat. Oh, I felt that. So, Leah, before we close, I want to ask you about something your article frames really beautifully. This idea that we spend our waking lives so identified with our physical bodies. I'm tired, I'm broken, I'm sick, as if the body is the whole story.
And sleep paralysis breaks that identification completely. Suddenly, you are very, very aware that there is a you that is not tired, not broken, not frozen, even while the body is all of those things. You are the pilot. The body is the plane. And sometimes the pilot wakes up before the engines have been switched on. Most of us need a meditation retreat or a decade of spiritual practice to intellectually arrive at that distinction. Sleep paralysis delivers it, unasked for, at 3 a.m. in the dark. It's not the gentlest teacher, but it might be the most honest one.
So the next time someone wakes up pinned to their bed, unable to scream, with something lurking in the corner of the room,
Don't fight it. Take a breath, mentally, since that's all you've got. Remind yourself the computer is frozen. You are not. And then, if you're brave enough, smile at the glitch. You're just waiting for the system to load.
Smile at the glitch. Wow. I think I need that on a poster.
I'll sign it.
Leah, this has been, once again, genuinely one of my favorite conversations. You have a gift for taking something that sounds purely terrifying and making it feel like a secret the universe has been trying to tell us all along.
Aw, that is the most generous thing anyone has ever said about my work. Thank you, Nova.
Come back anytime. Bring more glitches.
I have a whole library of them.
And that's all for today's Projectadya. Tonight, if you find yourself awake at 3 a.m. and completely unable to move, first of all, I'm sorry. But second, remember what Leah told you. The computer is frozen. You are not. You are the observer. You are the pilot. And the system is just loading. I'm Nova. Sweet dreams. And if not sweet, at least interesting ones. See you next week.